Welcome to this little podcast. Today, I'm once again the guest of DataCore Software down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I am privileged to have the opportunity to chat with an old friend of many years, George Teixeira, who's he's a co-founder of the company, and I don't know which title you're wearing these days. Seems like Zia and you trade off CEO, so I'm going to assume you're chief cook and bottle washer.
Correct.
In this outfit. George, thank you very much for taking the time to chat with us today. Now, the topic obviously on everybody's mind in the storage realm right now is software-defined storage. There are many different definitions of software-defined storage as there are vendors selling products, so I'm not even going to go there. What I try to do is define what the architecture is and what the realities behind the architecture are by looking at the money. Okay, to me, it's always where the money meets the road. You know that as well as I do. So, I guess first I want to get a little bit of background about DataCore software. I don't want anybody to get confused because now some of your products are being rebranded as software-defined storage. To me, that's what you always were. Yeah. We just didn't call it that. Correct. So give me sort of the litany. When I first came down here and it was card tables and a couple of folding chairs, this was back in the late 90s, you guys were a smile on mommy's face that daddy didn't understand. You were just beginning the whole realm of taking some of the value-add software off array controllers and moving it into a software layer. Can you kind of bring me up to date? Start me there and then let me know what the evolution a little bit has been of the product and the company.
Sure. I mean, at the start of the company, the world was defined by proprietary storage controllers. And fundamentally what we were doing was emulating a storage controller. That's how it all started. In that early period around the late 1990s and early 2000, the term that was used was storage virtualization. But one of the things that's funny is I've gone back and looked at the original mission statement that we all kind of got around. And what it really stated was, we are creating software-driven storage, which, by the way, if I had used driven, I'm convinced, or defined, it would now be driven. So you can't win over time. But the idea that we were really trying to get across was that the software would remove you from the underlying containers of storage and the underlying hardware constructs. Fundamentally, we believed that you could ride Moore's law, build on the servers that were being developed and the storage that was constantly changing, and also ride the memory innovations such that in the future you had a portable software that would work on any of the commoditized hardware. That vision was a little ahead of its time. I have to scratch because I had dark hair back that time, and now, 17 years later, I remember telling the group in 7 years at the most, everybody's going to figure this out. Instead, I think what happened was the hardware guys, in effect, hijacked the term storage virtualization, and they used it for everything, including RAID and any kind of aggregation of storage devices. But from our view, storage virtualization was really about managing the capacity, whatever that capacity was, on any kind of device, being able to provision, being able to automate it, and in effect, we really were the first ones out there with network thin provisioning and a lot of the constructs way ahead of its time.